Hello, my name is Jamie Pahl, and I'm sitting here with Scotty Steele at St. Michael's Episcopal Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. We are here in the Labyrinth Garden, just beside the Memorial Garden, on this beautiful fall day in 2021. We're here today to talk about the Gifts of Grace ministry, which is in its 19th year. And it is a truly wonderful ministry of this church that supports so many wonderful organizations. Scotty, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. I hope you are.
Doing well, doing well. The history of the Gifts of Grace ministry has an incredible legacy, and you've been there since the very beginning.
I have.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it was 2003, and we had an associate rector named Patsy Smith, who had served in a church in Durham, St. Luke's Episcopal Church. And in that church, they had a very small model of our Gifts of Grace. The church is quite small itself, so Patsy had mentioned that to the outreach committee several times, and finally that evening, it sort of caught my ear, and I went home and thought about it and called Patsy the next morning and said, "Patsy, I think that we can do this at St. Michael's. Can we go to lunch today?" So we did, and she loved the idea, and that's how it was born 19 years ago.
19 years ago. That's truly amazing. Last year, I know for many years, it was in person in the parish hall right here at St. Michael's, and we were thrown a curveball in 2020.
A big one.
Yeah, and so we had to pivot, and what we did actually was an incredible success.
It was incredibly successful, and we thought and knew and prayed all along that it would be. We distributed over $54,000 to 21 agencies, and that is right in the ballpark with what we made at Gifts of Grace in 2019.
These agencies, tell us a little bit about the nature of them and what the work that they do.
Well, the work serves those in our community who have poverty or drug addiction, alcohol addiction, all sorts of job skill training needed and that sort of thing. So it's a real gamut of needs in this community for those less fortunate people.
So we now are still somewhat in the pandemic, and here, believe it or not, in the fall of 2021, we wouldn't have thought that would be the case, but it is. So we're doing the same thing again this year.
We are, and we started thinking about this about 6 months ago and thought that we might have it virtually and in reality. But as time got closer, we realized it had to be only virtual this year. So hopefully next year we will be back in the parish hall.
So last year, I recall that it didn't just last one day, it was much longer.
Correct. It lasted a month, and again it will last a month. In November last year, we designated it as Gratitude and Grace Month. Again, we will designate the same thing. And we are very grateful for our parishioners and the participation that they gave us last year, and we anticipate the same this year.
Now, when will it begin?
November the 14th, Sunday the 14th.
Okay.
People can give various ways. They can give online very easily, or they can send a hard check in if they prefer that. But they have a whole month to do that, and they can give to one or more agencies. If one wants to give one gift, it would be distributed among 21 agencies.
So Scotty, tell me, you've been involved in this ministry now from its very beginning for 19 years. How does it make you feel to see what it has become here at St. Michael's? And even in times like last year when we had to pivot to an online forum, to see what it has become over these years. How does it make you feel?
Well, we were thrilled. The whole committee was thrilled last year with our results. And we're so grateful to our parishioners. We think that gradually, since 2003, our parishioners have really bought into the program and really believe in it very sincerely. And I think that's evident by what we did last year with our gifts that we distributed. Now, we won't have the food items that ECW usually provides, and we won't have Lou's Gorgonzola dressing, but that will come back in one more year, we think.
Wonderful. So when I think of the word grace and especially in terms of our faith and the church. Grace is a powerful word, and it really speaks to us in ways that many don't understand in the world. But grace is something that we not only experience ourselves, but that we can offer to others in the giving of ourselves in different ways. When you hear that word grace, gifts of grace, what does that bring to mind to you in terms of this very important ministry?
Well, it brings to mind God's grace has been bestowed on each of us, and in turn, I think we want to bestow it on others in our community.
So as we enter Gratitude and Grace Month, we ask that you take a very close look and discern in your heart where you would like to give, beginning on November 14th and running through December 14th. May God bless you, and may God keep you.